Good afternoon, coolest coast. It is time for Coffee on the Coast. Good afternoon and welcome to this episode of Coffee on the Coast. I'm your host today, Tina Prigge, welcoming back Lynn Christiansen of Manitowoc Public Library. And look who else is joining us. It is Kathy Schmill and Sophie, and we are going to be talking about reading to certified therapy dogs. Sophie is a certified therapy dog. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Kathy. Thanks so much for joining us
Good
today.
afternoon.
Hi, thanks for having me back.
So,
Yes.
certified therapy dog. I kind of have an idea of, I think, what that means. But Kathy, do you want to tell us what a certified therapy dog is?
Well, a certified therapy dog is one that's gone through obedience training. And most of the time, you also have them do the Canine Good Citizen classes. And then you test for therapy dogs. And it's quite an extensive test. One of my other dogs we had to test with, she's telling you, sorry, like wheelchairs and walkers and kids screaming and running around and just having good manners, not jumping on people, listening, to all the commands. And once you have passed the test, then you have, in our case, you have 10 supervised visits. And once those visits are done, then you actually get certified. And we've been doing it. I had Sophie's grandmother, Gabby, who we did for a number of years, and then Sophie, and I'm in the process of training another one, Willow. And we do all things like the library is one we've done all the time, but visiting assisted living. Sophie has security clearance at the Green Bay Airport. She's a Green Bay Aeropaws dog. And we've gone and done the Alzheimer's meetings out at Pinecrest. We've even been called when a company is laying off people to come and just be there. Or I have another case where there's a high school having a dance, but they're also having kids that are handicapped, and they are just a little bit concerned. They want somebody there, so they ask us to come, that the kids, if they just need a break, will be in a room that they can come in and pet them. And there's a lot of schools now having therapy dogs all the time in the classes.
Wow, I didn't know all of that was happening. That's fantastic. So, how long does it take to train a dog? Do you start when they're puppies?
In most cases, Gabby, I didn't. She was 5. Sophie, I started younger, but we got caught up in COVID. So she had to retake the class like 3 times and do 3 tests.
Oh, no.
And Willow right now is too sassy to have her do the test yet. So
Gotcha.
she'll be coming.
Are there a number of therapy dogs in this community?
Yes, there is. And there's starting to be more and more, which is great because there's a need. There's so many people asking for us to come and visit. So that's great.
That's awesome. All right. So, and then in addition to that, you're collaborating with the Manitowoc Public Library, and there is Read to Certified Therapy Dogs. There's one coming up on Tuesday, January 16th. Lynn, you said this is something that you try to do monthly. Can you tell us more about what Reading to Certified Therapy Dogs is?
So this is a program, I'm not quite sure because the people who started this are no longer with the library. It's a program that I inherited. I would say it's been going on probably at least 10, 12 years, if not longer. I know, Kathy, I don't know how long you've been with the program, but we do it once a month during the school year. We have families sign up. Typically, we do a 15-minute slot that families come in and they can just get that one-on-one. Prior to COVID, it was an open event, and however many dogs could come would show up, however many people wanted to come could show up, but it could get a little chaotic. We could have like 8 dogs and 80 people. And since COVID, we've been doing it as one family per dog event. It's a little bit more calm, a little less chaotic, a little more intimate setting for the kids to be able to read to that dog. Because sometimes with that many people, you weren't getting to spend quality time with the dog. So you sign up for a 15-minute slot. You can bring in your favorite book from home. Otherwise, I always pull out a number of books on different levels. And you go in and spend 15 minutes with the dog and their handler. It's pretty cool. A lot of the dogs have their own little trading cards with their picture on and their information. Sometimes the handlers dress up their dogs for the holidays. It's just a really great way for kids to practice that oral reading. It's so important for them to be able to read out loud. And the great thing about reading to a dog, especially if you're a kid who maybe struggles a little bit with oral reading, is that the dogs don't judge you. There's, if you make a mistake or something like that, the dogs are just there to listen to you and to support you. And I think it's a great relationship that we have with our therapy dogs and our kids.
I love it. So reading to certified therapy dogs is targeted to children, to young readers, but it sounds like they're encouraged to come with their family, that it can be a family experience.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
how cool. So then do you find, Kathy, do the dogs have a preference for the type of books that's chosen? Do they want books that are about dogs, or are they happy with whatever's chosen?
I'm only speaking for Sophie. She's pretty cool with whatever's chosen. Last time we had a lot of cat books. So I'm like, okay, Sophie, it's another cat book. So, no, it's fun. And it's, fun reading, watching and reading along with the children, and, sometimes helping them if they get stuck a little bit, and talking to them. It's a good icebreaker to talk to them about maybe the pets they have at home, or the pets they would like to have, and things like that. So.
Right. Or if a child doesn't have the opportunity to have a pet, a great opportunity to have that interaction. So reading to certified therapy dogs. This program is happening next on Tuesday, January 16th at 6:30 p.m. Registration is required, and it opened yesterday at 5:00 p.m.
Yep, that's correct. They can call the youth department or stop in, and this is something we have to do in person because we've got the 15-minute time slot. So give us a call, stop in, and we can get you scheduled for that appointment.
So Lynn, you are famous on this show for bringing your ukulele. Do you happen to have your ukulele with you today?
I do.
Oh, it's a great day on the coolest coast.
Of course, I had to find a dog song. This is based on the tune If You're Happy and You Know It, and it's called If You're a Dog and You Know It. And if you want to do the actions at home or along with, we're going to start by wagging our tail. So it's kind of hard to see me doing that, but if you're a dog and you know it, wag your tail. Oops. If you're a dog and you know it, wag your tail. If you're a dog and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're a dog and you know it, wag your tail. Now we're going to scratch our ears. If you're a dog and you know it, scratch your ear. If you're a dog and you know it, scratch your ear. If you're a dog and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're a dog and you know it, scratch your ear. We'll do one more verse. If you're a dog and you know it, bark like this, woof, woof. If you're a dog and you know it, bark like this, woof, woof. If you're a dog and you know it and you really want to show it, if you're a dog and you know it, bark like this, woof, woof.
Woof. Woo!
Very good.
So Sophie seemed to be paying attention during that, Kathy. Do you think she likes the music?
Oh, I think so. Yes. She doesn't like Packer games. That's about the only thing. Because her mom gets very loud.
That is awesome. Okay, so we are here talking with Lynn Christiansen, Kathy Schmill, and Sophie, the certified therapy dog, about your chance to read to certified therapy dogs. It is next happening on Tuesday, January 16th. Registration is currently open and is required. Just call the Manitowoc Public Library or stop in. And this does happen on a monthly basis during the school year. So if you miss this time, don't worry. There's another opportunity coming up. Ladies, what else would you like kids to know about participating in this program?
We have a variety of different dogs. You can see right now we have a pool of 6 dogs. Not every dog makes it every month. We try really not to. We've had people say, oh, can I be with this dog? Can I be with that dog? I can't guarantee that every dog is going to be there every month. So it's kind of a first come, first serve. Last month, unfortunately, I was ill and I missed it. We had all 6 dogs here, and we actually extended the time. We gave people 20-minute time slots. And from what I hear, it was fantastic. Some of the dogs were dressed up for Christmas, but we've got big dogs and little dogs. So if maybe you are a child that is intimidated by a larger dog, we have Sophie, who's a smaller dog. We have Tinker, who's a smaller dog. but it's just a variety of breeds and sizes, and it's just a wonderful program. I'm so happy that I've been able to carry this on, and it's just, I think it's beneficial to the kids. I think the dogs really enjoy it, and our families really enjoy it. You know, if you don't get a chance to sign up for a slot, inevitably we end up with some cancellations at last minute and things like that. Even if you don't get a slot, stop in if we have a cancellation, or maybe I can move things around and I can squeeze a family in. But it's just a really great program. I love when the dogs come into the building, and I think it's a great partnership for us. And again, it is I think for the kids with their reading aloud, it puts them at ease, and it helps boost their self-esteem, because again, like I said before, the dogs aren't there correcting them. They don't have to be embarrassed if they make a mistake. So
That's awesome. Kathy, is there a certified dog program in this community? Like if somebody else is interested, is that?
It's a little bit hard to find right now. The Kennel Club will run it once in a while. Right now I'm working with Canine Perfection, and we're taking Willow through all of her classes, and then she can test for Canine Good Citizen, but then I'll have to go probably to Sheboygan to find someone to test for. I'll probably do Love on the Leash like I have with Sophie. And Gabby, the dog I had before, was a Therapy Dog International. So that they don't even have testers in the States anymore. So it's a little bit difficult to find the testing areas, but everybody's helpful. And I found one here, or I can send you to this person. So we would gladly help anyone who wants to get interested, or who is interested, to put them in touch with the right people.
What a lovely program. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. My guests, Kathy Schmill and Sophie, the certified therapy dog, Lynn Christiansen from Manitowoc Public Library. Again, make sure you take part with your family, your children, and read to certified therapy dogs. The next occurrence is Tuesday, January 16th at 6:30 p.m. I love it. What a cool collaboration.
Yep. Give us a call or stop in. We've got plenty of spots available. That registration just opened. So
wonderful.
Thank you.
Ladies,
for just
and
bringing up the subject.
Thanks so much for joining us today. We'll see you next time on Coffee on the Coast, everyone.